when you think about the real life experiences that you are facing, when you go home at the end of the day, and the things that you're thinking about, and you can't be honest with the people that say they love you in your face, in your circle every day, and you get the chance to go on a stage and be able to express yourself, what you've really gone through, and somebody come up at the end like, I've been going through that, or you see tears flowing down people's faces, and they're like, man, I went through that experience with my mom, or man, I've been in those type of relationships. I want to stop doing that. I want to stop. You just help me do that. Like, you just help me think about doing that again, or I'm about to start writing, or all of these different things. The way that you inspire somebody by telling the truth about your real life experience, there's no greater feeling than that. There's no greater experience than that experience.
That's good. Let me ask you, do you write poetry as you talk? Because just right now you're talking, I like poetry to me and whatnot. This just come right on time. This is natural for you.
I talk my poetry out, but a lot of the time, even when you think about relationships, a lot of your relationships grow because of adversity and how you guys got through those things. Not necessarily everything being happy. Like, y'all never argue because you holding stuff in, and he don't want to say nothing because he already know that you gonna trip if he even tell you the truth one time.
That's so good.
I think that for me, like, through these conversations, and we've had conversations between parents and child with a 2-gen model. So we're able to have these conversations with incarcerated fathers and their youth, and not even just focusing on the past, but the present and what they're looking forward to do and how they want to be a part of their children's life once they get out. And then we've also had these conversations with the kids about what they think about parenthood and what they think about their relationships and what they're experiencing in their relationships. And in these conversations, they're being enlightened and saying like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that. Maybe I should do this, and maybe I should do that. And we're not saying you should do this or that, but it's sparking their brain to say like, oh, I could have done that differently. We talked about it, and I asked God for that. So it was kind of like an answered prayer in a sense to collaborate with other artists. And I had been trying prior too, but it never happened. It was kind of like I'll start writing poetry with, and it really never happened with women. And it would be like, oh, like, yeah, let's write a poem together, let's collaborate. And then it'd be like, oh, no, your poem is better than mine, or your part is better than mine. And then it's like, your part is good, like, but that's your experience. And you can't compare poetry. Like, you really can't judge poetry.
I was about to ask that too. I was just about to ask that, like, how do you even determine that? Because if you come from a genuine place and you give your own perspective, how can it be better than someone else?
I think that's just the insecurity that some people may have within themselves, where you know, you are projecting that energy out. You're just saying that out loud, which I could really think that your poem is amazing or beautiful, or I felt you and it was genuine. I know that it was intentional what you were saying, but if you can't see that, I can't make you see that neither. So I think that for me, you know, Khalil coming up to me and then meeting all the other poets, you know, Avery Lamar Pope, Mix Rose, Quiet Kid, and of course Just Cuz. I think that
those are some dope names, by the way.
Yeah, they all crazy. I have to take care of people that are experiencing my poetry in such in a raw space, in a vulnerable space. I have to remember that as being one of the leaders in this poetry scene and poetry community, that these people are also open to. Like, even though I'm sharing myself, for them to even say something back to me, you know, basically saying I resonate or I can relate, they're opening up themselves to me too. They probably never said that to anybody before. So I had to be cognizant and I guess on par all the time. And I can say that last year I thought I was getting like, okay, I was getting overwhelmed with so many people, and I'm like, oh, I might have to take a break. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this no more, because I wasn't taking care of myself. But I think that now, you know, being in this space, I'm seeing that I need to take care of myself because I have so many people that I have to take care of.
That's so good.
Even the ears that hear me, like, I'm responsible.